All right, what's going on, everybody? What's going on? Ultimate Gallows, DIY Missing Film Works. Haven't done a magazine flip through in a while because I haven't been getting them in. My buddy that was sourcing them for me, the box of magazines, he found them in. He's hit a big stack of Sports Illustrated from about our high school years, and that's what he's reading right now. So get ready. This one, this is the Rings Wrestling Magazine, December 1980, $1.25. You see, it's got rust damage, and it's beat up. It got wet, it got dried out. Well, that cover Vern Gagne, king of the AWA, Pedro Morales back in the WWF. So let's check this out. Keitzer. Norm Keitzer was editor-in-chief. Let's see, Tom Burke. Jim Cornette. Hey! Jim Cornette's going to have something in here. There's his name right there. It is coming apart, as you can see. I don't remember this magazine at all, to be honest with you. Swap and Sell. Oh, black and white photos. Anybody in here? Letters to the editors. Anybody names? Wrestling Magazine back issue. See, Rings Magazine. I don't remember ever seeing this. Dusty Rhodes, American Dream is tops in Southern Wrestling Auditorium. Photos by Gene Gordon and Raul Gomez de Molina Jr. Some good photos. Pictures of your favorite wrestler. Big Daddy, Britain's favorite. Wow. I don't remember ever hearing about Big Daddy talk out online. These pages look extremely yellow on this camera. They're not, in person, they're not as yellow as they look. Does that help or not? That helps some. What about this? That light's good. All right, here we got Scanner Hyper, Andre Giant. Oh, man. Hercules Alea, Giant Baba. Excuse me. Blue Demon, Ted DiBiase. You can say Ted DiBiase if you want to know exactly what I'm you're like, oh, I'm talking about senior. Been young man. Vern Gagne wins the AWA World's Heavyweight Championship. Defeats Dick Backwell at Kaminsky Park. Some good photos. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take this thing is just coming. I'm gonna have to staple this. This is gonna be some work to get this to stick. Oh man, look, there's what's his name? Shit, Mad Dog Vachon. There's that Crusher. That's got to be Crusher. Pedro Morales comes home to the WWF. That's what Ivan Koloff, Bruno Sammartino, the Puerto Rican flags. Bruno interviewing with Bruno with the. Okay, I got it. This is a really cool. He's known simply as the Invader by George Napolitano. It's the original Invader, okay. The Masked Invader, so Invader 1 and Invader 2. Yeah, this is long before. It's Invader 2, if I remember right. Can't hate it. A pictorial look at the top Southern tag team, Rick and Robert Gibson by Jim Cornette. And look at that picture. That is Robert Gibson on the right there. Hold on. Ali Hassan, the Iranian oil sheik. Who is this? When Iranian militants took over the United States Embassy in Tehran, Iran, last November 4th, the land of their Aryans became the center of world attention. Aryan? I don't think that means what they think it means. This is by Jim Cornette. Hey, Jim Cornette took the pictures. Photos by Lawson and Jim Cornette. Professional wrestlers from Iran Islam became more hated than ever in this country. I don't know who that is. Bob Unser win Detroit tournament by Brian Hildebrand. Eddie Mansfield, Dory Funk Jr., and Fred Curry, Ernie the Cat Lad, Abdullah, Killerton Brooks, Abdullah, Sheik, Killerton Brooks, Abdullah, and Sheik. Look at that. Yeah, Sheik stabbing his ass. Stab him, Sheik, stab him. I ain't seen anybody stab anybody like that in a while. Jumbo and Baba. Giant Baba and Jumbo Saruta win the belts. That's kind of cool. International Championship Wrestling, Pro Wrestling's next major league. George Hill. Randy Macho Man Savage Hill, the ICW Heavyweight Championship, and Steve Cruz manager tell the team is just what they tend to do to a future opponent. Okay. The Miser, which is Macho Man's daddy, Angelo Paffa, and Doug Vines go over some pre-match strategy for a wrestling tag team contest. Ronnie Garber was nicknamed the one-man gang, currently holds the ICW Southeastern Heavyweight title. Rick McCord, last year's ICW Rookie Year Award. Rick McCord was last year's ICW Rookie of the Year Award winner. Leaving Lane probably had the U.S. Tag Champs come to the TV. Tennessee Stud and Pistol Pez Wiley. Oh, man. Bob Orton, George Weingeroff, Doug Vines and Hustler, Rip Rogers, Bob Roop. I love this ad. You don't need a gun. You beat somebody with this damn nightstick. Lars Anderson's World League Wrestling. So that's shown on TV here. Huh? See, this era, you gotta think about this. That's one thing I like that they cover the world. Okay, this is December of '80, so this news is probably like August of '80, not September. I was still young and I was watching wrestling, but I was watching whatever I could find on the dial, which was we got two ABCs, Channel 3 out of Mobile, Alabama, which I think is still Channel 3 out of Mobile, Alabama. I think it's still ABC, and Channel 13 out of Biloxi, Mississippi area, which is still ABC. CBS was Channel 5 out of Mobile, which is WKRG, which one of their substations will be covering wrestling like next month. Channel 10 out of Mobile, which was NBC back then, has now become Fox. Channel 15 out of Mobile, which was independent back then, became Fox, and then became NBC. They switched. And then Channel 19 was PBS, and 25 was a independent that became a Fox out of Hattiesburg. 19 was out of somewhere in Mississippi. And 44 out of Pensacola, which had a repeater somewhere in Mobile, was another independent. British wrestling, okay. Mark Rollbar Rocco. Covering all the stuff happening in Knoxville. I like this. Mobile Booking Office, NWA United States Junior Heavyweight Champion Jerry Stubbs. Our information on this promotion is quite limited this month, and any closer information for readers would be greatly appreciated. Big Tom Stanton has entered the circuit. Among the regulars here for the past few months have been the Mongolian Stomper, Big Joe LeDuc, the Big C, Ron Bass, Playboy Frazier, Ron and Robert Fuller, Bob Armstrong, Charlie Cook, Jerry Stubbs, Dickie Steinberg, Randy Rose, Norval Lawson, and Tony Charles. Jackson Booking Office, MSWA, Mississippi State Heavyweight Champion, the Grappler. George and Gil Culkin, Gil's still around promoting, with their promotion headquartered in Jackson, Mississippi, wrestling throughout the state under the Mid-South Wrestling Association banner. They use virtually the same talent as the New Orleans Booking Office, so the report for this area is combined with that one which follows. Which I'm getting ready to read. New Orleans Booking Office and the Louisiana State Heavyweight Champion Kim Mattel. Two injured wrestlers are recovering and are once again going for each other. Junkyard Dog and Michael Hayes. Michael was the first to be put on the disabled list, victim of a pile driver with Dog's tag team partner Buck Robley. At the time, Hayes was teaming with longtime partner Terry Gore as the Fabulous Freebirds. Following the injury, Hayes became a temporary manager for the new Freebirds as Gordy joined up with Buddy Roberts, formerly of the Hollywood Blondes. North American Kingpin, I think he's North American Champion time. Ted DiBiase has survived numerous challengers from the Wild Killer Khan. At press time, DiBiase has readied himself for defense against a more scientific adversary, Mr. Wrestling 2. Paul and Terry Orndorff have been teaming more and more lately, and fans are rallying around these two brothers, particularly in their heated feud with Kim Mattel. Is that Shane Douglas? I thought he wrestled as like an Orndorff for a while. Also after here have been Steve Little Bear, Stan Stasiak, the Grappler, Frank Dusick, Roberto Soto, Mike and Pat Kelly, Matt Miller, Jake Roberts, Ron McFarland, Tony Atlas, Tony Wright, Leo Sykes, Hugo Sanovich, Terry Latham, and Andre the Giant. That's the closest to me. That'd be my book. That'd be the closest to me now. Back then, these two would have been closer. New Orleans and Mobile was closer to me when I lived on the coast than where I live now. I do like this booking office stuff. This is very interesting stuff. I mean, how much of it's bullshit, but whoa. Rocky Mountain. Japanese Wrestling and Pacific Wrestling Federation, the International Wrestling Enterprise, and National Wrestling Federation. Laos. Oh, man, look at, they got Cape Town booking. South Africa. Okay, this is Cape Town booking office. Oh, wait a minute. They got Canada? Let me look at Canada. I didn't realize that. Okay, Vancouver. Calgary. Well, it's going to be Stampede, ain't that? Let's see what Stampede's got to say. Calgary booking office, they respond to the NWA kind of sort of. North American champ, Bret Hart. International tag champs, Dynamite Kid and Casa Vabu. Dynamite Kid continues long run feud with promoter Stu Hart's Wrestling Sons. Dynamite shares an international tag team title with Casa Vabu of Uganda. Also had to capture the world middleweight belt from Bruce Hart of the North American Heavyweight Championship for Bret Hart. Hercules Alea loosely challenged World Heavyweight Champion Harley Race in the circuit. Midgets Little Tokyo and Cowboy Lane booked on recent cards. Among the other stars active here are Barbarous, Smith Hart, Carlos, and Juan Perron. Eric Emery. I'm not misreading that. That's what it says. Look. Eric Emery. Duke Myers, Texas Red Miller, Dickie Steinborn, Jim Neidhart, Malo Maivia, and Fidel Castro. Let's check out the Porter. No, let's check out Cape Town. I don't know anything about South American wrestling, South African wrestling besides the voodoo stuff in the Congo, and then Lance Von Erich riding a bike all over the place. Cape Town booking office: World Heavyweight Champion Jan Wilkins, Cape Province Champion Herman Van Gents. South America recognizes longtime favorite Jan Wilkins as the World Heavyweight Champion after surviving a serious challenge for Canadian star Angelo King Kong Mosca. Wilkins found huge Man Mountain Demoff next in line. Rumored to return before too long were North Americans Big John Strombo and Randy Morris, both of them challenged Wilkins in the past. Others active here include Hans Rooks, Tiger Singh, not G, Percy Hall, Apollo, Luke G. Lobster, Roger Cohen, Mike Von Steiner, Kuz Kruger, and Fon Prentice, to name a few. Lagos, Nigeria, though this African country does not have professional wrestling on a regular basis, a recently staged World Cup tournament is worthy of mention for including some leading stars around the world. Most was Carlos Colons, Ray Paulino, Moose Morawski, Randy Morris, Cyclone Negro, and Vader and Poon, two former NWA World Heavyweight Champions in the persons of Dory and Terry Funk. And Destroyer returns to Japan. Look at this. Don Bass is the seventh wrestler of all time. Hey, outlaw Don Bass. Freddie Blassie, the Prince of Darkness. Above, we see Hulk Hogan, the man that Fred Blassie intends to get to the top of the wrestling room. Below, we catch Blassie and have to tell him Vince McMahon Jr. how happy he is that Prodigy Stan Hansen broke Bruno Sammartino's neck. Yeah, long before us kids, my generation was cheering on Hogan. I was not one of them. We had that. Stanislas Zabisco, the new crusher in the AWA, Jerry Blackwell. TV Wrestling Guide. Uh-oh. Mississippi, Jackson, Biloxi, and... Okay. Okay, back in the day. Oh, let's go to Alabama. Okay, WKRG Mobile, Saturdays at 12 p.m. Okay, I got that channel, and none of these other channels I got. So I could watch the channel. CBS had wrestling on Saturdays at 12 p.m. in 1980. I wonder what it was. They don't tell you. That's a bad thing. Okay, then Biloxi had WLX Channel 13 Sundays at 4 p.m. Okay, where's Louisiana? New Orleans channels are what I got. If I got them. Okay, yeah. That's kind of interesting. Scott Moon versus the Playboy. Playboy Buddy Rose. Look how slender Buddy Rose. If you only know Buddy Rose is big, fat, I mean, he's still big there, but look how slender he looks. There's a little young hot rod. Destroyer mask and shirts. And then Lars Anderson, who's probably best known, for, Hawaii Now? But yeah, that's a beat-up magazine. But God, that was so much fun. I love going through these old mags. Hope y'all enjoyed that. And when I get some more in, I'll do some more. And I got a few that I just haven't done them on yet because I was having camera issues and stuff. But I'm out. Talk to everybody later. Remember, if you enjoy any of the matches you see here, and I like watching this wrestler, most of them, if you ask in the comments, I will link you to where you can, if you want to buy merch off of them, you can get merch. Most of these guys have, and ladies have t-shirts, pictures, pins, stickers, masks, all kinds of merch, and most of them are willing, if you Cash App, PayPal, whatever the money to them, willing to ship it to you. You know, I know for a fact, Nightmare Jeremiah is willing to ship. I've bought merch. I've actually had merch delivered by him twice now. Twice. But I'm out. Talk to everybody later. Bye bye.